Welcome. We'll start with a little bit of breath work. And hmm, you're going to start seated just for a moment. You're going to let your shoulders kind of round forward and your head drop so your back gets a little bit rounded to start. And just see how that makes you feel as you take a few breaths there. Then you're going to come up, right? Lift even your chin above like your normal eye gaze and open your arms out so you feel like the front is more open, and just take a few breaths there and see how that makes your body feel. And you're going to pick. So go back and forth one more time. Do the back body more open and feel and breathe. And then do the front body more open and feel and breathe. And just let it be intuitive, just purely on like which one feels better for your body. Once you've found which one feels better for your body, you're going to go over to your mat and you're going to get like a bolster or a couple bolsters or a block. And you're going to start your breath work. If you liked the where you were more, your back was more open, you're going to put the bolster down. You're going to lay your belly or your chest on it, and you're going to kind of hang out in child's pose. And you can see how the back gets more open this way. And we'll do a few breaths here. If you liked the other option, you liked when the front was more open, that felt better to you, you're going to take some props, and you're going to put them behind you, and then you're going to lay your ribs and your head. So we've done this restorative kind of pose a few times, but you can see there's a little bit of back arch, which promotes the opening of the front. So you're just going to choose whichever one just naturally felt better to you. And you're going to lay there for about our opening breath exercise. Give everyone a moment to kind of set up and make sure that you're comfortable. That what felt better in the seated posture does in fact translate to your reclined or floor posture. And we're going to think about our breathing deep in our core. Now, if you're feeling like you chose the more open in the back, you're going to direct your breath towards your back. So you want to expand, almost like the turtle shell was expanding with your inhales. You don't have to work hard at it, just feel that that's where the breath is going. And if you chose to open the front, you're going to breathe into the abdomen. So the abdomen expands on the inhale and contracts on the exhale. And so we're using our breath to relax tension based on the shape we took. Try to breathe in and out through your nose and elongate your breath. Just in your mindset, a little bit longer inhale and then a lot of bit longer exhale. Wasn't proper syntax or English, but you knew what I meant. A little longer inhale and then a lot of bit longer exhale. In and out through your nose. Expanding the belly or the mid-back. When we think about the low back in yoga, the main thing that often can cause tightness there is what's called the hip flexor or the psoas. It's this muscle that helps you lift your legs up. It runs deep along the front of your spine, behind your belly. This muscle can get tight or overstretched. So learning how to relax it and release it is one of the keys to low back pain and alleviating it. Right now, you're just trying to relax your nervous system so the muscles grow responsive to the postures. Take a few more breaths, consciously breathing into these areas so the muscles get the message. A yogi has arrived, and you're here in your practice now to settle yourself. Now I'll start to think about a little bit of movement, maybe a side to side or a forward to back, just a little bit of movement, and see if the body's a little more softened. Then try to keep that mellow attitude, and everyone lie flat on your back. You can remove props. So you're lying flat on your back. You want a little pillow under your head, that's fine. And plant your feet flat on the floor so the knees are in the sky. Take a moment and feel how your low back is connected or isn't connected to the mat. You can find your ribs and then the area just below your ribs, behind your navel, but above your hips. This is the low back. And see if your body needs to relax so the low back connects to the mat. Some bodies are going to feel better if you do the opposite. If you kind of arch, you kind of tip your pelvis so that the low back kind of makes a little archway, like a little Hot Wheels car could go under your low back. Some backs feel better that way. It's all just based on your anatomy. And so just go back and forth for a second, like flatten the lumbar, that's the low back, into the mat, and breathe and see how that feels. And then tip your pelvis so there's a little arch, like a little Hot Wheels car could go under, and see if that feels better on your back. Once you have your preference, take your left knee and draw it towards your belly. You can hold it with both hands. Breathe and be mindful of the low back. Good. Release that leg, switch sides. Good. Release the second side, go back to the first side. This time take the knee a little wider, like more towards the shoulder. Still mindful of how your low back is angled in space. Different anatomies have different amounts of curve. Learning to have a relaxed musculature that's still strong and supple is the key for me in managing low back pain. You just honor your own anatomy. Let's grab the second side, the right knee, and draw it towards the right shoulder. Good. Release that leg. Now you're going to hold behind the knee, behind the left knee, and extend the foot towards the sky. Breathe here. And when you let go with your hands, Now you're engaging your hips, your hip flexor. Nice and slow, start to lower it down towards the ground. So it's about 8 inches off the ground. And then inhale, lift it up, any amount. Lower it down. You need to bend your knee a little bit, go right ahead and lift it up. We're gonna do 3 total. You're feeling a little cramping in your quad, that's the hip flexor being a little bit tight or a little bit tired. And then release that leg to the floor, the foot on the floor. Hold behind the right knee. And then extend the leg towards the sky. When you remove your hands, you engage your hip flexor. Slowly lower the leg so the heel's about 8 inches off the ground. And then lift. This is the hip flexor and it controls a lot of low back stuff. We're gonna do 3 total, nice and slow. Feel how the hip flexor helps lift your leg. This side will be totally different from what you felt on the first side. And then replace the foot. One more time. Bring up the left leg, hold behind it. Then push the foot towards the sky. And then as slow as you can, 3 leg lifts, about 8 inches off the ground, and then rise it up. Keep breathing, folks. Good. Place that foot flat and take up the other leg. Push the foot towards the sky. Nice and slow. 3 leg lifts. Keep breathing. Just letting the muscles do their job. And then place that foot flat on the floor. Drop both knees over to your left, little twist. And try to soften and relax your low back. Some folks are going to want a little arch in their low back as they twist. Some are going to want to let that back get a little flatter. Listen to your body to keep the muscles relaxed. Bring the knees up. Let's go the other direction. And then go ahead and roll onto that side as you press up to a comfortable seat. No, cancel. Press up to tabletop position. Tabletop position, make the arch so your spine feels like a hammock. When your spine feels like a hammock, we say that this is a strong curve in your low back. You put a lot of curve in it to make the hammock shape here. Now push down with your arms and legs so that your body kind of domes. Yes, your spine is curved, it's rounded, but the low back is flattened. We say the low back is flattened here. Inhale, create a lot of curve in your low back by making your spine feel like a hammock. And just focus on the low back area. Lift the spine so it kind of domes and feel how this flattens your low back. 3 more. Inhale one way. Exhale the other. Just grow a mindful presence around the mid back, low back, and abdominal area. Long, slow breath. Good. Stretch your right leg back so the foot's on the floor. And then lift the leg up to parallel. Hold and breathe. Turn your heel out just a little bit and the toe in. Just a little bit. So the toes point down and the heel points up. And then just lift your heel about 6 inches off higher. So you feel your glute muscle, your butt muscle engage. Good, lower that down. Step the left leg back. Lift it up to about parallel. And then turn the toe in and the heel out just enough to square your body. Lift another 6 inches up so you feel your glute muscle engage. The hip flexors and the glutes are the key to low back, keeping it pain-free. Exhale, lower down. First side again. Right leg back, lift it up, and square the hip. So the toe usually has to turn in and the heel has to turn out just to get it to neutral. And now let's lift 6 inches or so. You feel the glute muscle engaging. And lower down. Left side back, then up. Square the hip. And then lift 6 inches higher. And then lower down. Last round. Send the right leg back. Keep breathing. Up. Square. And then 6 more inches. And then lower down. Last round. Keep breathing. You feel the difference between the two sides? Just notice. Good. Back to neutral. Take your knees apart and sit back towards your heels. Little child's pose, rest the back. Breathe long and slow. Good. Walk the legs back and lie on your belly. Come up on your forearms so your elbows are under your shoulders. With your elbows under your shoulders, hang your head. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Relaxing the neck. And then inhale, lift your chin, any amount that feels good to your body. Feel what happens in your mid back and low back as you lift your chin. Good, hang your head again. Just gathering awareness right now, building a yogic mindset in the low back. Hang your head, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Nice and slow as you lift your chin, pay attention to the low back. Relax, one more time, same exact thing. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift it to Sphinx. Good, relax back down. Take your hand under your shoulders and push up and back downward facing dog pose. Breathe here. Same thing we did in tabletop, we'll do in downward dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Turn the toe down and the heel up. And try to lift 6 inches higher. Feel the glute muscle engage. Keep breathing. And slowly lower that leg and lift for the second side. Turn the toe in, heel out, and maybe lift 6 inches higher. Good, lower that leg down. Walk your feet towards the front of your yoga mat. Gut blocks, put your hands on the blocks. And just kind of let your head and shoulders hang here. Shift the weight over your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow forward any amount. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release it. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, bow forward any amount. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release your spine. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, bow forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release it. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take your hand to your low back and see if you can feel the curve. Here's the ribs. Here's the hips. This space is where the low back is. So you can draw a line behind your navel and you could feel that little arch when the Hot Wheels car would have went. Every body has a little curve and some more than others. When this is engaged properly for your anatomy, back should feel safe because the muscles are balanced on all sides. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna hinge at your hips without changing this. A lot of times we bow forward and we round at our waist instead of hinging at our hips. See if you can feel the difference. Hinge at the hips, take a deep breath. Come back up. Round at your waist. This is a totally different pose. It's not good or bad unless you're trying to lift up a heavy object. Inhale, come back up. One more time. Hinge at your hips without rounding your back. And now let your arms hang. This is level 1. If this feels like a challenge to you, just stay here, let your hamstrings and your back feel the pose. If you want a little more challenge, you're gonna bring your arms out like this, like you're skydiving. I have no idea, I've never skydove. I don't know if your arms do this or not. Level 3, you're gonna start to extend your arms out in front without rounding your back. And just breathe. Feel how your low back has to get stronger to hold this shape while being balanced over your feet. Inhale, come back up. Good. Let's do this whole thing again. You're going to find a block this time. With the block, you're just going to hold it between your hands and hinge at your hips. It's okay to bend your knees, just like a little bit so that your hips are back. Once your legs are balanced and steady, make sure that back is strong. And if you want, you just start to slide the block forward or just let it hang under your shoulders. Breathe at whatever stage feels right to your body. Developing a mindful awareness of our torso. Good. Inhale, come back up. Pull the arms back and gently look up. Open your throat. Exhale, bow, forward fold, all the way down this time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right leg back. Breathe here and stretch through the back of your calf. Step both feet back. Downward dog. Inhale to plank. Put your knees down. Keep breathing. Mindful awareness of our core. Let's go back to downward dog. And then step your right foot forward so you're in the lunge on the other side. Stretch back through the left calf. Breathe. Step to the front of your mat. Put your weight over your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe and flow. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot back, lunge pose. Breathe here. Step both feet back, plank. Hold. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, hold the lunge, breathe here. Come to the front of your mat, forward fold. Put your weight over your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your knees, chair posture, and stretch your arms out like the wings of an airplane. Mindful of your low back and your core helping to support your body. Then straighten your legs, and once you straighten them, twist from your waist 90 degrees to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Twist to the center. Relax your arms. Bend your knees, chair pose. Stay mindful of your core. Open your arms out like wings. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, twist to your left. center, twist to your right, inhale, center, release your arms, inhale, arms to the sky, exhale, bow forward, inhale, look forward, exhale, step your right leg back and drop your knee to the floor, the right knee. Now you're gonna come up onto your front, hands on the front knee. Make sure your lunge is long enough and wide enough. Push down your front knee so your belly muscles come back a little bit. Almost like you're trying to flatten your low back some. Just a little bit. Keep that, and now bend your knee and drop your hips forward without adding arch in your low back. This will clear. This can clear any low back pain. Be mindful. These are some micro adjustments we're working on today. If you have that, like you lean forward and your low back is still kind of full a little bit, think about maybe taking your arms overhead. Keep breathing. Good. Hands to the front, step forward, and then step your left leg back into low lunge on the second side. Come up and put your hands on the front knee. Take a moment, push down with your hands on your front knee so your belly muscles go back just a little bit. You can almost put your hands on your belly. You're not rounding it, you're just flattening a little bit your low back. Keep that. Then drop your hips forward and you can bend the front knee a little deeper. This stretches and releases the hip flexor in the back leg. If you feel like you've got that sensation, lift your arms up. The more you arch your back here, the more you bypass the low back therapeutic. Good. Hands down the mat. Step back, plank pose. Good. Drop down to your knees. Come all the way down. Inhale, cobra posture. Breathe. Broaden across your collarbones. Inhale up. And let's go to downward facing dog. Look at your feet and try to make your outer feet parallel. See if you notice what happens in your hips and low back. See if you feel any difference when you make your outer feet parallel in downward dog. Good. Walk it to the front of your yoga mat and shift your weight completely onto your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to do just a moment of balance. You might not need the wall, but if you really like to use the wall, go right ahead. Otherwise, you can put your arms out like an umbrella or in a T shape. Shift your weight to your right leg and just pull up your left knee. Notice the higher you pull your knee, the more your lower back will start to round. That's all we're doing is gathering a mindful awareness of how our body moves. Sitting a lot is like doing this to our body for a long period of time. Lower that leg down, put your left foot down, and bring up your right. Notice the higher you bring the knee, the more the low back will start to round on that side. Lower down, nice and slow. Shift the weight to the right. Inhale, lift the left. Back down. Shift the weight to the left. Inhale, bring up the right. Good, back down. Bend both knees, swoop your arms up, chair pose. Good, straighten the legs some and fly out over into that flat back pose we did earlier, where you're only partially tilted. Breathe. See if the pose is more accessible now as we've warmed up the hip flexors. Some of us can think about lifting our chest a little bit so that the gaze could easily look outward without bothering our neck. It's going to help you keep good alignment in your low back. Awesome job. Great mindfulness. Release all the way to the floor, bow forward, and step your right leg back again. Drop the knee down and come up into that low lunge. Take your belly muscles back and then sink your hips and knee forward. Feel the difference. We're practicing a little more mindfulness in our core as we do our lunge. Now lift up just your right arm. Spread your fingers and bring your right arm over to the left so you're getting a little bit of a side stretch too. Breathe. The more you arch your spine, the more you bypass the releasing of the hip flexor. Good. Place your hands back on the blocks. Step forward and change legs. Keep breathing. Come up, put your hands on your knees. Find that instruction. Belly muscles back to kind of take out the curve. Keep that and sink your hips forward. Takes a lot of mindfulness. This is a pretty detailed thing we're working on tonight. Left arm up and spread your palm. And then move that arm over to the over to the right to get a side stretch. Keep spreading your palm. Good. Hands on the mat. Step back, plank pose. Breathe. You want to stay super detail oriented tonight. Make your outer feet parallel, like we've been working on. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Downward facing dog. Outer feet parallel. Keep breathing. Step your left leg forward and plant your back foot down now at a 45-degree angle. Come up to warrior one. Left leg's in front. Put your hands on your hips today and start to turn your pelvis more forward. Doesn't have to be completely forward. Good. Fill in your low back. Think about taking your belly muscles back. Good. Same exact exercise. Bend the front knee, hips forward, but keep your back foot planted this time. Some of you are going to put your hands like you're trying to push over an imaginary wall. This will help keep your low back full. That's it. Now go ahead and inhale, lift up any amount, almost like you're countering the thing you've been working on. You can kind of think back bend here. Keep lifting up and back into whatever feels right for your body. Good. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. We're just going to transition here if you want to do a different transition. And then inhale, push your left foot forward and come up, hands on hips. Plant your feet and start to square your hips some. Fill in the low back a little bit. and melt your hips and knee forward. When you've got that kind of at the edge, without it kind of feels like a more modest version of the pose, you're going to push over that imaginary wall with your arms. Spread your fingers, spread your palm. Stay with it. Now, nice and slow, start to open it up, to open it back. It might start to look like a back bend now. Good. Step to forward fold at the front of your yoga mat. Put your weight in your feet, not your hands. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take your left hand on your head and let the weight of it drop it to the left. Soften your belly muscles to the back. Now open your right arm out. Pause and breathe. Inhale, back up. Let's put the other hand on the head. Second side, don't pull, just let the weight of the arm act on gravity. Soften your belly back and open your left arm out. Come back up. If you've got blocks or a table ledge to use in front of you, go ahead and bring that in front of you now. This is, again, a chance to balance, but there's a way to not use the wall, even if you'd like to use the wall. What we're going to do is, in one motion, we're going to inhale, lift up our right. You can go with me, we can do it together. And then exhale, swing the right leg back like you're pushing your heel straight back behind you. And this is where you put your hands on the blocks. Now use your core strength, like lift your belly muscles. Inhale, bring that leg all the way back and up. So you're standing with the knee up again. It's one motion, so the leg doesn't fall to the ground. Good. If you didn't follow that, just watch this next round. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, left leg back, hands on blocks. Lift my belly muscles. Inhale, left knee all the way back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, back. Inhale, bring the leg back up in front. Exhale, down. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, back. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, down. Two more each side. Go together. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, back. Lift that leg up high. Inhale, bring it forward again. Exhale, down. Use the breath. Inhale, left leg. Exhale it back and up. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down. Last round. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, back. Lift it high. Inhale, right leg forward and up. And then exhale down. Last one. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Whew, good work. Pause in mountain pose. Try to just take your awareness to your center of your body, the deep belly. Learning to relax our low back like this, not just feels better physically, I think, but also deals with things like mood, stress, anxiousness. Your psoas muscle, they say, is the key to your fight or flight mechanism. Learning to like tap into your deep gut, your deep core, can help just make you feel more calm and grounded in life, not just low back pain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the right leg back. And inhale, swoop it up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Take a moment, turn your palms and press the palms in forward so your belly muscles fill back again, like we've been working on. Keep that. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift your left arm up. Exhale, hands on the blocks of the floor. Step back, plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Belly muscles in and back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, push the right foot forward and come up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Turn the palms and push them forward so your belly muscles fill in the back. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, step to the front of your mat, forward fold. Put your weight on your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right leg back. And inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Pause here. Fill in your low back. Not rounding it, you're just filling it in, making the back body soft and supple. Keep that and perch your front elbow on your front thigh. And then swoop your top arm overhead. Good. Put the right hand down. Twist your lunge. Lean your belly muscles and your shoulders and your ribs back. Downward facing dog pose. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Remember today's alignment mechanic that we're emphasizing? And then tip over into side angle shape. Put the left hand down, twist your lunge, fill in your back body. Good. Step to the front of your mat, forward fold. Really release this time to forward fold. Try to relax your whole spine. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Like your body is draping over your thighs. If you can, get your belly to connect to your thighs.
And when you breathe, gently breathe into your belly, and also feel that low and mid back. Receive the inhale. You're gonna get the weight completely over your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. A few rounds of standing cat-cow. Tap into the curve of your back. I'll stand to the side to show you what I mean. You're gonna stand together, go bend your knees, put your hands on your knees. When we fill in, yeah, my back is rounded, but my low back is actually kind of flat, right? The upper back is really doing the rounding. This is the cat shape. Then we do the cow shape. You can see the low back goes in and arches. This is the cow. Go back and forth now, listening to your own body. It's really subtle and slow. And you might find that your body needs more of one than the other. The key to one person's low back pain is back bending. And the key to the others is more rounding. Listen to your own anatomy as you try to find balance in your own spine, deep in the core of the body, behind the navel. It can be different in one person, different times of their life, different times of day. But balance can always be found with a yogic mindset. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up and look up through your fingers. Breathe here. You might want to go on tippy toes for a second. Keep breathing. You're holding a beach ball straight above your head. Plant your feet and release your arms down. Take a wide-legged stance on your mat. Make the outer feet parallel. With your hands on your hips, check in again. Is the low back flat or arched? And what feels natural? What feels balanced front to back in your body? Then tip your shoulders towards your left foot, like you're in between two panes of glass. Once you've kind of found that balance in your low back. Come back up, tip over the right side. Once you find that balance in your low back. Come back to center. And we'll do what we worked on earlier when we did the half forward fold, but this time you're in wide stance. So bend your knees just a little bit and hinge out your hips. So the back is still strong and engaged. We're not rounding it at all. We're just finding its natural strength and let your arms hang. Level 2, again, you put the block or something out in front of you. We're just gonna breathe and hold this shape. Let our legs, our glutes, and our core hold up this shape. Breathe here, friends. About 5 to 8 breaths. That's how far you know to go. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6. We already did a couple before, started counting. 7. And release all the way down now to a prop or to the floor. You can let the spine round and hang. Gently bring the belly muscles in as you let your body collapse even more into the fold. Feel the breath expand the back of your ribs. Shift the weight into your feet so you can get your hands off the ground. This will greatly help you as you push down to come up. Inhale, lift your arms up high and stretch your arms out so your body looks like a big X or a big star shape. And try to grow, try to stretch the mat into 2 pieces. Try to stretch your arms wide apart. Try to broaden the back of your body as much as the front of your body as you do this stretching of the 2 sides. Good, one more time. Flat back or halfway fold. And then release all the way into the fold. You can let the back round any amount here. Before you come up, get your arms off the ground and try to keep your hands off your legs. This will give you the strength to push down with your legs in a balanced way to come up. Building back safety, prevention is a good way to keep the back feeling smooth. Step to the front of your mat. Good job. We'll do a little bit of balancing before we close here. You're going to use the wall. I'm going to turn to the side to help show what I mean today. So you'll put the wall in front of you, about arm's distance. Then you're going to balance on your right foot and hold your left ankle or foot behind you. If you can't hold your foot, you're going to use a strap. Notice how the knee might tend to wing out. Try to bring your knees right next to each other. And with that wall in front of you, or an imaginary one in front of you, push on it so your belly muscles go back. The thing we talked about all class. So you're taking out the arch. This pose is going to encourage an arch. And so you just do a little counter to help calm down your hip flexor. Counter, and now take your knee back any amount. Try not to emphasize the arch. De-emphasize the arch and just see where the pose can take you from there. It might feel a little different than the normal way you do the shape today. Good, come back up, release. Put the other hand on the wall, and then hold the right. Start with the knees close together. If you don't need the wall, you don't need the wall. Give a little pressure so the belly muscles move back. You're de-emphasizing the arch in the low back because the pose will naturally create it. We're trying to create it in a more balanced way. Breathe. Stay mindful of the center, the core of your body. Good, bring it back to neutral and relax. Both hands can be on the wall in front of you for this next one. Hook your left ankle on top of the right knee so it's like a standing pigeon. If you need the wall, it'll be in front. If not, you just work on balance, you can touch the shin. Start to sit down. Breathe. Mindful of your low spine. Inhale back up. And slowly change legs. Mindfully change legs. And sit down second side. All the instructions we worked on all class can apply. Just focus on balancing and being mindful. Just focus on lengthening your breath on the in and out. Inhale back up. Good. Turn the feet out a little bit and slowly lower all the way down towards a squat shape. Down onto your knees. If you've got a prop, it helps you to sit on a prop. You're going to separate your feet and put the prop between your feet. So you can just sit on the ground from here, in between your heels. Virasana, the knees are close together when you separate your feet. Rest your hands in your thighs. Take a moment and just think about your pelvis like a bowl. Make the bowl upright. Let your low spine just kind of sprout out of that bowl. Perch your rib cage on top of that sprout. Rest your shoulders on the back of the ribs. Sprout your neck out of your ribs. And perch your skull on top of your neck. Try to let your anatomy, muscle and bone, just sort of relax and exist in your posture. Let the breath circulate. Consciously lengthen your exhales. Empty the air from your lungs, each breath. Try to stay in this lightness of posture and just gently spiral your spine to the right. And then gently spiral it to the left. Just noticing your anatomy. Center yourself, lift up, remove anything that you were sitting on. You might put them back, but what you're going to do now is come onto your hands and knees and take your left knee and tuck it behind your right knee. Take your left knee and tuck it behind your right knee, and then split your feet again. So your feet are on opposite sides of you. Nice and slow, walk your hands back. If you want something to sit on, you can put something there. As you bring your hips down so that your knees are stacked, one on top of the other. You can just stay here and let the stretch be this, or take the left elbow under the right into eagle arms, opening up the back of the shoulder. Breathe. Let your elbows be heavy. Good. Release. Rock back forward. And then change which knee was on top. Now you'll take the right knee behind the left. Split the feet and walk it back. You can just stay here or take the right elbow under the left. Let your elbows be heavy. Unwrap and rock forward. Extend your legs out. You can let your knees fall open, very passively, just kind of hang here for a second. Knees open. Like a panda who's just ate a lot of bamboo and now is resting. That sounds like a really peaceful thing to be. Be a full panda. We'll call this Pandasana. I thought that was brilliant. I don't know about you guys. Anyway, come back up. Yeah, so lower down. You might be seeing Pandasana again if I can remember. Place your feet flat on the floor. Couple bridge poses. As you lift up into bridge pose, just once again, be mindful. You want to make the low back a little more flat here for your bridge pose or a little more arch. Honestly, I have benefited from both directives throughout my yoga life. Just sort of feel in this moment what feels more balancing to you. About 3 to 5 bridge poses. Exploring the arch or the lack of arch in your low back when you press your hips up. Look for that sense of clearing, that sense of balance and ease. Rest when you're ready. Do a final twist. Put your right leg out on the floor and take the left knee all the way across to the right. Back to center. Bring up the right knee and take it all the way across to the left. Roll it back to center. And stretch your legs out on the mat. Turn the toes in with the heels apart. Just relax your low back for a few moments. Relax your belly for a few moments. And then just let your knees, your feet, your hips, they'll naturally kind of turn open as you let go. Any other final adjustments you'd like to make to your body before we rest? Go ahead and experience some rest as you let go of the practice and the focus. And let your body enjoy the benefits of being mindful for a little while. Slowly stretch your body and take a comfortable seat on your yoga mat. Thanks for practicing. Namaste.